fight on. It's time for Versus.
We're here. It's fight time. It's time for Versus. And this Versus is a little bit different to what we normally do. Normally you put one thing up against another thing. In this Versus, we're looking at the fast food war, right? Let the battle begin. It's going to be 7 different battles where we're going to put, in total, there's going to be 14 different fast food or takeaway chains, and we're going to put them against each other, and we're going to see who comes out on top. Now, the way that I've sort of set this up, Chris, is I've got similar types of cuisine against each other, right? Okay. It makes sense to do it that way. And so what we'll do is for each one, we'll go over a little bit of a background, say a few things about each one, then we might just, I guess, back and forth and see which one we think's the winner. And if you don't agree, well, stiff shit. No, if you don't agree, you can make a comment in the comment section, or you can send us something.
Who will come out of the pit on top?
Oh, it's hard to say. The big battle. We're going to start with the big one, right? Battle. This is McDonald's versus Hungry Jack's. Macca's versus HJ's. McDonald's first came to Australia in 1971. We said it earlier, in Sydney at Yagoona. I've never been to Yagoona. There's 1,059 stores nationwide as of the end of last year, 2025. There's a breakdown here. 334 in New South Wales, 268 in Victoria, 240 in Queensland, 103 in Western Australia, 67 in South Australia, 21 in the ACT, 16 in Tasmania, and 10 in the NT. It's iconic. Everyone knows McDonald's. Big Macs, Happy Meals, drive-thrus, Golden Arches, nostalgia. Yeah, the fun fact about it, McDonald's Australian menu includes a unique item, the Aussie Angus Burger. And also they had the McOz Burger, which I love the McOz Burger. They were great. But on the other hand, we've got Hungry Jack's, Wibbles, right?
Sure, we do.
So tell us about Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's. So the first store opened in 1971 in Perth. It was a Burger King franchise under the name Hungry Jack's.
More on that later.
Only 483 locations.
Is that all?
No, I thought there'd be more than that.
I would have thought more, but that's still a lot.
But it is known for the Whopper, the Aussie-only menu items, 90s promotions, and the flame-grilled burgers. So that's their go-to, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Fun fact, beat its global parent, Burger King, in court to keep the name and rights in Australia.
And we'll get onto that later. So, all right, if we're going to put them against each other, two big burger joints.
Yes.
What's your vote going to, Wibbles?
I'm going to say I'm jumping to the Whopper. I prefer the Whopper over the Big Mac,
Whopper over the Big Mac.
Any day.
Now, why is that? Is that a preference, a food preference?
It's just a preference because the Whopper to me is more like a quarter pounder, and that's my go-to. My favourite is the quarter pounder.
Okay.
And I prefer that to the Big Mac.
So that's a food choice.
It's a choice, yeah.
I'm going to say, based on not a food choice, because I prefer a Whopper over Big Mac as well, but I'm going to say, as far as iconic and being the bigger franchise, the bigger global icon that it is, and bigger across the country, it's got to be McDonald's.
It has to be, yeah.
So I think if you're going to go with who is the bigger, I guess, the bigger dog in the fight, it's got to be McDonald's.
It's the Big Mac,
right?
Yeah,
the Big Mac. So, what as a final vote, a final winner, definitive winner? I know we've gone one each way.
It's got to be Mackie D's.
I think it's got to be Mickey D's. But it doesn't mean we don't like... So just a caveat about this, I suppose. It doesn't mean we don't like them. It just means one is a bigger franchise than the other. So in the first battle, victory...
Ronald.
I think it goes to Ronald, you crazy bastard.
You crazy bastard, Ronald.
All right, number 2. Okay. What's our second battle?
Battle number 2 in the Battle Royale is the Pizza Hut versus Domino's.
Yeah.
So Pizza Hut, we touched on it earlier. First arrived in 1970 in New South Wales. 270 odd stores nationwide. Famous for the 90s for dine-in, salad bars, all-you-can-eat pizza buffets.
We love it.
Unfortunately, only 8 of these things remaining across the country, as we spoke about earlier. Fun fact, Pizza Hut acquired Eagle Boys in 2016-17 and converted them to Pizza Hut stores.
We love a good pizza.
Do love it, yeah.
But then, of course, we also love Domino's.
We do.
Which started here in Australia in 1983 in Springwood, obviously from overseas, and 724 stores nationwide, according to this. It fluctuates, right? It varies. It's focused on delivery and takeaway, not so much the dine-in thing, but it pioneered the Friday night pizza ritual, I think. It improved their dough sauces in the 2010s. Remember that was the thing? We've improved our menu, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was pretty ballsy.
Yeah, it was.
To go ahead and say like, we aren't as good as we could be. We're going to do that, which I think
we've stepped up.
Yeah, I think that's very amicable. I really amicable. That's very what's the word?
I know what you're searching for, but it's out there.
Yeah, admirable. I admire that they've done that. I think that was cool.
So let me put it to you this way: it's Friday night. The Broncos are playing the Eagles. It's 1997. Who are you going? Are you ringing up Pizza? Pizza Hut or Domino's?
I'm ringing Eagle Boys in '97. No, sorry, it's only these two. This is the war. I'm going the Hut, mate. Got to go to the Hut.
Yeah. I'm with the Hut. I'm ringing the Hut all day.
Look, I love Domino's too, and I actually more often get Domino's delivered. But if I eating pizza somewhere out, we did it today. It's the Hut. The Hut wins. Victory.
Go the Hut.
Pizza Hut. Battle number 3 here. This one's a little out of left field, but bear with us, okay? Bear with us, Millennial Memories fans. I know there's so many of you. Subway versus Quiznos. Quiznos. A lot of people don't remember Quiznos.
No, I don't.
But I'll explain a bit more. If you could talk about Subway,
okay,
and I'll talk about Quiznos.
So first store opened in '88 over in Perth, other side of the country. There's roughly about 1,300 stores across Australia. Largest quick service chain by store by count. Known for footlongs, fresh shoves, wraps, salads,
too,
and eat fresh marketing. So fun fact, Subway heavily expanded in regional areas, making it an Aussie lunch option, essentially.
Yeah,
they went down the fresh route.
I do love Subway. It's good stuff. It's healthy. It's healthier. I wouldn't say it's healthy. It's a stretch. It's a sandwich, right? Now, Quiznos. Now, I know a lot of people don't know about Quiznos. Opened in the early 2000s, but by 2007, gone, disappeared. American toasted sub-chain that never really stuck here in Australia. It's famous for some pretty absurd marketing, and I'm going to talk about it, yes, if you know what I'm talking about already. I know you don't. I haven't mentioned this to you at all. I know about it, and in I think 2005 thereabouts, I went to the States, and Quiznos was much bigger in the States than it was here. They did have a Quiznos here. There's a few of them around. Didn't last long, but went to Quiznos in San Francisco, and I thought it was fucking brilliant.
Really?
Absolutely amazing. Pissed all over Subway. Made Subway look like just something you've dredged out of the bin, right? But, of course, we're talking about which was the bigger chain, and it's a lay-down misère.
It is a lay-down misère. Well, very luckily, talking about some odd marketing, remember the guy that lost all that weight?
Jared,
yeah. What happened to Jared? You might want to look that one up.
Jared.
Use him on the marketing.
No?
Did he go to jail? Yeah, I think
he might have gone to jail. Yeah.
He snuck a few Subways down his pants, I think.
Oh, dear. Well, look, victory goes to Subway, right? I think Jared and his...
Yeah, well, he's in jail now. He's in jail now.
I hope. Anyway, we'll leave that. All right, we've got another battle. What's number 4?
The Mighty Rooster versus the Colonel. Yeah. All hail the Colonel. I'll start with Red Rooster. So first store opened in '72 in West Oz. 330-ish stores around nationwide. Yep. Specialises in roast and fried chicken. Delicious, I might add. Australian brand with strong family friendly focus. Red Rooster was one of the first chains in Australia to combine roast and fried chicken menus.
Yeah, took over from the Big Rooster.
The Big Rooster.
Well, they existed. They both existed at the same time, but they bought out the old Big Rooster.
The Colonel.
The Colonel. Wow, look, KFC is. It was our first, first we found out, it was the first big takeaway store. 27th of April 1968 in Guildford, New South Wales, as we said, the very first KFC. It's about 795 stores. That's a lot. It's a famous global brand, right? Everyone knows Colonel Sanders. He's in fact so much so that he's now a cartoon character.
He is.
Like from a real man who had his, what was it, secret, how many secret herbs and spices are there? 12? 12? Heaps.
I forget.
Fucking heaps. Famous stuff. Well, KFC Australia was unique for the Zinger Burger. No, I didn't know. I thought that was everywhere, but apparently Zinger Burger is Australian.
Okay.
Which doesn't really surprise me. The word zinger sounds like a bit of an Australian.
Yeah, it is. That's a zinger. Yeah,
it's a zinger. That, yeah. So yeah, we had a few different KFC things, but look, it's really. I think it really comes down to, and it disagrees with me if you want Wibbles here, but I think it's really: do you like roast chicken or do you like fried chicken?
Yeah. That's all it is.
Really, right?
That's all it is.
KFC's a bigger global brand. I'm going the Colonel.
Well, the Colonel it's as you said, a massive global chain. You got to go with the Colonel. He's done well.
And there's Buckethead. And Buckethead. All right, we've got the victory there to KFC.
Go to
all right, number 5 on our battle here, Battle Royale. We've got Taco Bell versus Guzman and Gomez. So, a taste of Mexico.
Just a taste.
Just a taste. Cool. Just a little.
Just a taste of
anyway.
Mexico.
Taco Bell was first launched in Australia So it had already existed overseas, but in Australia it was in 97. But in 1981, apparently Taco Bell had a crack at entering the market, but absolutely tanked.
Did it?
There's now about 37 stores nationwide. Again, it's a Mexican-based restaurant. Multiple times they tried to get themselves established here in Australia, but failed. But it is reasonably popular these days. It gets around. There is a couple around in where I live, and I quite like Taco Bell, but nevertheless, Guzman and Gomez is its competition.
The Guzman and the Gomez.
GYG, I think.
GYG.
To be cool.
Yeah, to be cool. Yeah. First store, 2006, down in Newtown in Sydney. About 230 stores across Australia. It's known for its fresh Mexican cuisine. Aussie-born founders Stephen Marks and Robert Hazen brought California-inspired Mexican flavours to the Oz.
Yeah, right.
So talking points, legacy American chain versus modern Australian Mexican. Who delivers?
What do you do when you go to a Mexican place? What do you eat?
Me, I like a bowl with like rice and bits and pieces in it.
Like a power bowl kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that thing, yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's some really great Mexican restaurants, but we're talking fast food, takeaway joints where you can come in and get it and fuck off. Montezuma's is the best Mexican restaurant, chain restaurant in Australia, pretty much, I'd say. And then you got Zambrero. So you got a few. Zambrero's pretty good, but they're all closing down. They've all gone into the toilet, those ones. Like most things happen after you eat Mexican, a lot of stuff goes down the toilet. But
well played, sir.
Taco Bell, Guzman and Gomez, this is a hard one. I actually don't know.
I'm a GYG all the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
You know what? In Australia, I think it's GYG.
Yeah.
Yep, I think victory goes to the
GYG.
Guz. The Guzzy.
Go the Guzzy.
Guzzy. Number 6.
Number
chicken.
6.
Another chicken fight.
From
what do they call chicken fighting?
Cockfighting.
I knew you wouldn't miss that.
Fighting.
Yeah, there you go.
The Cocks. So we got Oporto versus Nando's. Oporto, first store in 1986 in North Bondi.
That surprises me.
Sydney.
That is so long ago. 40 years of Oporto. 40 years of shit.
200 odd stores nationwide. Portuguese style flame grilled chicken.
It's good stuff.
It is. It is part of the
Craveable brands? Must be the company.
Yeah. Alongside Red Rooster and Chicken Treat.
Chicken Treat.
Whatever, Chicken Treat.
It sounds like something you feed your chicken, though. It's not like something you eat. It's like, here's a treat from a little chicken.
Come here, little chicken.
Nando's, on the other hand, I'm surprised at this too, actually. It was 1990 in Perth was the first store. There's 150 stores thereabouts. Across the nation, Victoria having the most amount of stores. They introduced drive-through to Australia in 2025, expanding their access to the old peri chicken.
You got me hook, line and sinker.
It's one of those things, right? You're going to go with, the South African chain, or you're going to go with, the Portuguese style. I don't know. Who wins? The Peri Wars. It's a Porto or Nando's? What's your pick?
I like Nando's, I must say.
You're going to go Nando's?
I'm going Nando's. I love if I'm going out for a burger, quick, I'm going to Porto's. Yeah. But if I'm going to sit down and have something to eat, it's Nando's every time. If I've got time.
But Nando's is also takeaway.
It is, but I prefer to sit down and have Nando's because I normally get like a half chicken or like the tenders or something.
So, in a tight one...
I'm going Nando's.
We're going Nando's.
I'm going
Victory Nando's. Well, that surprises me.
I'm just nudging it out.
All right, Battle 7. Last battle here for Versus. Noodle Box versus Sushi Train. Yes, they aren't the same, but they are Asian cuisine, and they are the two big Asian cuisine franchises, takeaway fast food joints here in Australia.
Yep.
Noodle Box.
Noodle Box. What do we know about Noodle Box? First store opened in 1996 in Chapel Street, South Yarra, down in Vic. 107 stores nationwide and specialise in wok, fresh noodles, rice dishes and Asian street food inspired takeaway.
Which again, I'm about to do Sushi Train and they're not really comparable, so this is kind of a bit mismatched, I feel, but Sushi Train, first store was in 1993 in Surfers Paradise, which is the one that I've been to the most frequently. There's about 50 of them now nationwide, so it's competitive. It's
getting there,
competitive. It's conveyor belt sushi, but you can order at the counter rice dishes and other meals and things like that. And it popularised sushi dining, where you can eat in, but you also can take it away. So it does fit our criteria for our war here. Yep. But Jesus, it's kind of like noodles versus sushi, so it's kind of an unfair battle.
What are you feeling like?
And I've got to go the Noodle Box because the Noodle Box has more variety.
That's what I like. You can build it.
Yeah, but I will say, that Sushi Train is it's improving, increasing its variety and its presence nationwide. But Victory Noodle Box.
All the way. Yep.
There we go. So we've gone with, just to recap, we've gone Macca's, Pizza Hut, Subway, KFC, Guzman and Gomez, Nando's, and Noodle Box.
Yes.
They're our picks.
I'm happy with that.
So that's our top 7 out of the 14. But I wanted to do something just before we go to the last part of the show. What do you reckon are your top 3 out of those 7? And we'll go 3 to 1. We've had a brief discussion about this before the show, and I think we're on the same page.
We are pretty similar page. Yes, I think so.
So what do you reckon? I reckon at 3 we got the Colonel.
The Colonel. Let's go the Colonel.
Number 3. So the bronze medallion goes to the Colonel. Silver, we're going to go the Hut.
The Hut. Yep.
I think the Pizza Hut. And the creme de la creme, the big winner, the winner of versus in total for the day in the big fast food wars.
Has to be.
It's Ronnie Mack and his golden hutch as well.
Ronnie Mack, he's no longer Ronnie Mack. He's no longer around anymore.
No, and his big purple dickhead friend Grimace. Big dumb motherfucker he is. Anyway, we'll go with Macca's for the top winner of the whole versus. It's been a real showdown. But you know what? This is what I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, this whole versus is a vehicle for me to talk about this one thing, okay? You're going to love this. Let's just go to a clip that I've prepared, and then we'll see you in a second.
Okay.
This is like a little mini rewind for Whipples. Here you go. Watch this.
We love these subs, 'cause they are good to us. The Quiznos subs, they are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them. They got a pepper bar.
Quiznos new Santa Fe Trio subs with smoky chipotle sauce. Fried chicken, roast beef, or smoked turkey.
The Quiznos subs.
Quiznos. Toast.
There you go.
Well, that was deeply disturbing. deeply disturbing. I've never seen it. Yeah.
Quiznos Spunk Monkeys.
Okay.
Flash in the pan, but I tell you what, they were weird, big-eyed mascots, as you saw, used in the mid-2000s to advertise Quiznos. High-pitched singing, creepy look. They were
creepy, yeah.
Made them look... I don't know, they're a viral oddity, infamous online for being both hilarious and unsettling. Mostly unsettling. That's out of control. They didn't appear in Australia because we didn't get... we weren't around, you know. We had some... There was Quiznos here. There were Quiznos in different parts of the country. But... yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
Someone paid a lot
thank
of
you to
money
my
for
son for pointing that out to me as a thing. Well, maybe not thank you. I'm a bit frightened, bit concerned. Quiznos.
Yeah,
there you go.
Quiznos.
Look, with all that, let's go and get into some deep fried faves over in the tuck shop.
Let's
go.